Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Casey Joppie of East Kentwood Football. How's it going?
Great. How about yourself?
Doing well. So just talk about how exciting it is to start the season, how practice has been for you guys as you start another year of EK football.
I've been doing really well. We've definitely improved since day one of our camp, of our overnight camp to the school, to now just on the same page, everything. Just starting to connect more than we were at the start.
Yeah. Okay, so I know, of course you're the quarterback of the team and all that stuff. What is it like to just be the QB of East Kentwood?
What it's like is that, obviously just as a normal QB, everything's on you. Win or lose, it's on you no matter what. Kind of everyone looks to you as a leader, kind of get everything going. If you go down, everything goes down. We also have Stellan on defense, so that's kind of nice that we have a QB on defense as well, kind of a leader. So, I mean, it's fun, honestly. It's great how
Yeah,
everything goes through me.
yeah. Okay, so I know that coming into the season, I know you have a lot of big goals ahead of you, and you're in a really really tough conference in the OK Red. Playing teams like this is definitely going to get you ready for it. What's these first few weeks? What are they going to be like for you guys?
Definitely kind of tone setters on how we're gonna do this season. Trying to get back to that, past that 5-5, hoping to go way beyond that, make it past first round of playoffs. So it's definitely gonna, especially with Rockford in our first couple of weeks, gonna really show us what we got and what we have in the gun, ready to go.
Yeah. I know that with coach has been at it for a long time at EK, and what's it like learning from someone like Tony Kimbrough?
It's great, honestly. Obviously coaches are hard on people, especially QBs, and him coming back from a quarterback position in one of the highest levels you can get to, it's really nice how he has all this insight on the game and just learning really fast, really quick. So that's how it really is. It's amazing.
Okay, so let's talk about this week's game. Of course, Hartland's coming up this time around. It's an opponent that you are having to travel all the way down to. So take the 2 hour drive from the west side of the state all the way down to Livingston County to take on Hartland. Just what have you learned about them in the time that you watch film and all that stuff? And yeah,
They're just a really solid program in terms of how they are, very disciplined. I love the way they play, very hard workers, I can tell. Especially how they're going to get that new turf field. They're going to be really, really excited for this game. So it's going to be a pretty tough one, I feel like. They're going to be great competition.
okay. So I know the travel distance from East Kentwood to Hartland is about an hour and 45 away. That's a long time to be sitting on a bus and with the potential of doing falling asleep or anything like that. Or so how are you going to handle that time, that long trip?
Definitely watching film and studying up, talking with my linemen, my receivers, and running backs, even our coaches on the way, talking about what we can do throughout the game. And if situation A happens, we can respond with this and that. It's just going to be a lot of planning.
Yeah,
Definitely not trying to fall asleep. I never been able to get back at it after I fall asleep on a bus ride. It's not
yeah.
not my thing. I
Okay.
gotta stay locked in.
Yeah. So are you just gonna make sure that just maybe look over some things and say, okay, maybe this could happen, this could happen, this could happen, all that.
Yeah, definitely going through our film, just being as prepared as I can because you never can be too prepared.
Okay. So I know you also made some news this week about your future. Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, come into Saginaw Valley State University to play baseball only right now. Just I loved it there right when I showed up on campus, felt like it was home away from home. Feel like I can definitely create the next 4 years of my life just the best I can be there. Loving the coaching staff with Coach Petro and his staff he's got there. Just loving the program.
Yeah. Um, So kind of talk about preview kind of your first few games. I know the big focus is this week on this in on Thursday against Hartland, but what are some of the games to the first few games for EK that people can pay attention to?
Mainly our game against Rockford, we got blown out in the playoffs. It was 54-14, and it was just not a good look for us. We just did not. Obviously, that left a big chip on our shoulder there, and we're trying to get back at that and show to the OK Red that we're not a team you can step on and cross off on the calendar early. You have to be ready for us, be prepared, and we're going to put up a fight.
Yeah. Okay, so coming out of the gate, what do you feel like you guys have to do in an environment where you're going to be pretty far from home? What's that going to be like just to what do you feel like you have to do to kind of set the tone to get the win week one?
Kind of thing we have to do is just know that it's us and us only there. It's us against the world. And we kind of had the same thing against Muskegon for game one last year. And we were ready, locked in, ready to go. We just knew it was us and only us there. So we're ready to go.
Okay. Well, let's get to know you, Casey. How about that?
All right.
All right. Do you have any football superstitions, Casey?
Mainly the ball I use. And if I don't have the right ball at the right time, I just don't feel like I'm ready to throw. Don't feel like I'm ready to go. I gotta find the right ball pregame.
Okay. Um, what is who is your like favorite player growing up? This could be from football, it could be from baseball, any sport.
Favorite player growing up was definitely from baseball. It was mainly David Ortiz, but like a just from loving to watch it and just big power hitter guy. But like a personal one was I used to call him Hazel Baker. He played for the Diamondbacks a little bit. I got to meet him because my dad was a double A hitting coach for the Red Sox then with the Portland Sea Dogs, and I got to talk to him a lot. Got to know, pick his brain kind of. He taught me how to tie my shoe, which is actually kind of cool to learn from.
Yeah.
So that was just my guy. Jeremy Hazelbaker was him.
That's yeah, that name. Yeah, I used to follow yeah, I still do. And that name does sound familiar. Obviously, I think
Hmm.
yeah, I believe he pitched for like that. That sounds like someone that like the Cardinals, maybe. So something like
I
that.
don't know where he is right now anymore, so I just kind of lost track of him. I've been really trying to find him, but I don't know where he's gone.
Okay. All right. Well, that might be something we'll have to do after the interview. So okay. What is something what is on Casey Joppie's playlist?
In terms of my playlist, it's actually 80s music, like kind of rock, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses type stuff. I got that from my dad. He always listened to that in the car on the way and long trips, and I just never strayed away from that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Um, okay, so yeah, I know that yeah, I know you and Stellan have a pretty good relationship. What is what's that like to have someone, someone that's going to Ohio for football, you're going for baseball. What's it like to have someone like that to kind of you both of you lead this team to do that? What's that like for you two?
It's kind of a nice thing to know that I got another man that is going to be going on like to play college football or like just college in general. And the thing that I like about Stellan and me is that we both know that we could just kind of shut down for this season and try and focus on college, but we are really trying to get this team to go and amp it up and try to make the most of this last season.
I mean, and here's the thing, both of you know where you're going next year, so you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that. So
Yeah.
and last thing, what is something that people do not know? Well, I think you might have already said it, but what is another
Yeah.
interesting fact we might not know about you, Casey?
Um, the fact that people don't know about me is that I'm actually trying to learn how to play piano, kind of like
Okay.
off to the side a little bit.
Okay.
I kind of gave up already about my dad being a hitting coach and everything. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like my second best thing I got.
That is cool about that. Um, all right. Well, Casey, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us and best of luck. Best of luck on Thursday against Hartland, and we'll talk to you later in the year.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.